Hi, welcome to my Respec Marauder's leveling guide. It's the build called Size Does Matter. Here you see my third Marauder in action. He's as good as finished. This is an Zana map level 76, I believe. It has an elemental weakness curse, but I overclock my resist. This build evolves around locking down the screen, good crowd control. I stun, I chill, and I apply the curse on hit, with curse on hit, the temporal change curse. As you can see, resist with endurance charges over maximum now. Armor is decent, in combination with endurance charges and fortify. And you get really tanky if you use a granite. The fortify and endurance charges are gained with the leech slam. I have a loose enduring cry on the side, you never know when. Faster SX to leech slam, get a nice clearing speed. Here you see me waiting a bit to have some more infected monsters. I don't run magic find item rarity, so this is the main source for most rare items from special encounters. Here you see a jewel I sold. It had 100 melee fizz, so couldn't use it, so sold it as a free stat jewel. And that guy got lucky, he got 3 fizz. But those jewels are needed for this build. You need some form of mana management, and most of that comes from reduced mana cost and mana on hit. I have a rather small mana pool, around 120 mana, but my ice crash costs at the moment are 40 mana. So I'd like to have at least 2.5 to 3 times my ice crash cost to keep things running smooth. So 1 leap slam, and I can do up to 4 crashes before my mana runs out. As you can see, these monsters don't have a chance. These goats, they would be rather troublesome to most builds, especially with the extra damage aura, but as you can see, lock them down, they don't stand a chance. And if they would be unwavering, at least my Arctic Breath or chill effect from Ice Crash and Temporal Change would certainly slow them down. Here you see me switching to my second weapon. Weapon switching goes rather fast on the beta. And I switched to Heavy Strike, that's my boss killer, it's linked to stun. I couldn't stun the let me see, Dominus and what's that map called? Precinct? No, that's Precinct, it's Residence. In Residence I couldn't stun Dominus, but I could stun the Orchard Devourer boss and others like him. As I'm still missing a 6 link and a better mole. Another way of doing it would be to swap out increased effect for concentrated effect and putting in a gem, stun gem instead of added fire. So, but that's the essence of the build. You jump in, you stun them, and you kill them. We have a rallying cry, gives a bit of extra damage, but that's not really needed. The mana gained, however, is crucial. I have a Vile Haste I always forget using, except for bosses, but it's still nice. And I have a Flame Golem. Didn't have enough int, etc. to get a Chaos Golem. As you can see, when I leap away, he stays on the side of the screen. He's not doing much, but he's giving me the buff, and that's all that matters. He dies like a fly to anything nasty, but then I just recast him after the fight, it's no problem. There's no in between for this build. The playstyle is rather aggressive. You jump in, as you can see. Anything less would result in dangerous moments. So it's yeah, not really natural playstyle, but for hardcore. But it's certainly the way to go, and that's why it's such a blast playing this. You jump in and you get the job done, no matter what's in front of you, because that's the best chance you have of killing the monsters. In an unwavering map, you might change your playstyle a bit, but otherwise you just jump in and you go, go, go. With all the jewel crafting going on, the regal recipe is rather important. Made a nice jewel, and I rolled one-handed fist, so that was a bummer. But I've rolled 2 others and they were very decent. The fortify buff is really good. I'm using a sapphire for reflect and that Series Flask to compensate for extra leech when needed and extra damage. This is an exploding rare. I can use it with my sapphire, but in all my wisdom I decided to do something else. And as you can see, the fortify buff stops a lot of damage. This volatile damage is based on the single hit of a monster. So the slow, hard-hitting monsters do a lot of damage when they explode. As you can see, didn't have to recharge my blood rage, it just keeps running. Right, let's check out the gear. You see my mace, it's not really brilliant, it's well below 450 DPS. My helm is really good, crafted it myself. And the carcass jack, those 2 are the main sources for your armor. Blood dance boots for the regen, life regen. And the curse on hit gloves, couldn't corrupt one, that was better. You see the jewelry, life, resist and some stats. Ice crash is linked to weapon elemental damage, melee fist, hypothermia, especially quality needed. Chill duration is really important. Increased area of effect, of course, and hatred. So the leap slam, faster attacks, blood magic, endurance charge on melee stun, fortify, and loose enduring cry. The golem is just a loose gem. Couldn't get 4 reds on the helm, so that's why. Using Arctic Breath and extra defense, it chills the ground and applies temporal chains. Increased duration on blood rage, foul haste, and rallying cry is really important. My flask, use shock, bleed, curse, and armor, and that series flask is for extra leech, extra damage for boss fights. With a few extra leech nodes, it's well over the cap, so that's nice. As you see, Ice Crash costs 40. The mana is around 120, so that's nice. Here you see the tree. I had to make some compromises to get stun. And the mana management, I'd rather go upstairs to the left of the Templar and not having to go to Unrelenting. But mana management is important, so you don't have to use blood magic and an extra damage gem. Here's a nice jewel. Attack speed is also important for the hit first, stun first, kill first. As you can see, the strength on the left side of the Marauder is rather inefficient, but you have to get the wavering stance and the stun. You see the life leech node, also taking the fortify node because I'm keeping fortify up all the time. Here's another nice jewel. If you get more nice jewels, you can Drop Revelry, the mana on hit. I have some live nodes and live regen nodes left to take. And one thing I would have liked to have done is taking the elemental nodes on the left side of the Templar, but yeah, that's how this build works. You get a lot of safety from a big ice crash, and a lot of safety from your chilling and your stunning, and that costs a lot of skill points. So all that sacrifice, well, that comes at a price. You pay it with you doing less damage, and you have less life. If you would have gone to the Sign Life wheel, for example. That's it. Well, good luck with your Marauder, and thanks for watching.